5 F4. Let's look at the store. And before we get into offer review, we got to talk about the things that have happened in the day and the update on this Gambit offer right here, which was in the store for an hour yesterday, and then it was yanked. $5 for 50 Gambit shards and 1 turkey. Big shout out to Ragnarok, who contacted customer support about it. Says, Commander Renz here. Thanks for writing in and bringing your interest regarding the Cyber Monday Gambit offer. I do apologize for the confusion this brings, as our team removed the said offer. In the meantime, since some players are encountering an issue buying the offer. I don't know if I buy this, but I this is not what I would have thought. Worry not. Please stay tuned as this offer will return in the near future. What about the turkey, though? If you have other concerns, please feel free to contact us at any time. Again, thank you for your understanding and cooperation. Good luck, Commander. But the question is this: like, what about if a person needs like one more point? The Cyber Turkey Hunt event ends in the next 20 hours, and they would miss out. Are they going to compensate the Spider-Man 2099 and the 2 Mega Orbs? I mean, if they were going to resolve this issue, like this customer support message says, would have had to happen probably by now already. So we'll have to see how this plays out, but we'll just keep that in mind. Also, some information here on the Powerful Pause event. There's been 2 different posts, and they've updated the posts. And then it said yesterday there was an issue preventing Power Cores purchase from the Power Core tab, both in-game and on the website, to count towards the Powerful Pause milestone. I personally had this happen to me. I spent $20 on Power Cores, and the Power Cores did not count toward the milestone. To address the issue, later today, the Power Cores tab will be leaving the store for about 30 minutes. Should take place between, and that's already happened. Players can still purchase the Power Cores from the temporary offers placed in the store yesterday. That's right. There's temporary offers, and they are not discounted in any kind of way. They're the normal offers, and there's one for $50 and one for $20. My suggestion is if you're in need of Power Cores and you want to get credit for the event, use the ones rather than the in-core in-game one. So use the individual offers rather than the buy Power Card button if you want to get credit for it. They said they're going to fix it. It says once the Power Core tab is reactivated in the store, Power Cores purchased with their reward progress toward the milestones, and I can't verify it. The main thing there is that we need to know is players who purchased the Power Cores from the Power Cores tab during the first day of the event and didn't get the milestone points awarded to them will be compensated with the correct amount of points before the event happens, before the event ends. Okay, we'll have to see that happens or not. Okay, developers, now that you are finally back, are you going to address the Scourge Minion debacle? Yeah, I feel like this is wildly unpopular, and I know a lot of people have been asking me what minions to upgrade, and I personally am not recommending anybody upgrading any minions at this time. Hoard resources and find out what team works best. Let somebody else go through the node and see how difficult it is, so that way you can put the minimum amount of resources into these useless characters, right? And there's a couple other things too. Minions might get a rework, and secondly, maybe they will sell us new minions and there might be a better minion team. But what this post is saying is that this is just garbage. Right now, minions are useless, and I don't see why they have to do this. And not only that, in a blog post from a Reddit post from 4 years ago, they said that they would never do this again. They would not require us to use minions for legendary characters. And if they were going to do that, they were going to make them important so it wouldn't be a waste of resources. So they're going back on their word. In the past 2 weeks, we have not forgotten. What is this crap of having to use minions in nodes 1 and 2 of the Death Scourge? We don't want to level and gear useless minions even if they are reworked. And don't start me about having to buy new ones. Minions are crap. This is not year 1 anymore. Characters with low stats and only 3 power are not cool anymore. Stop, forget it. So again, scrap these plans and change the required tags for nodes 1 and 2, please. So I agree with this post. I feel like they released this information, went on vacation, and they still have not addressed it. So I'm bringing it up again. Still having issues with beating Tangle Web in Cosmic Crucible. Anybody find a reliable counter yet? And I personally only use Unlimited X-Men to counter this team. But I do want to point out from this post right here, in Crucible, Infinity Watch is a reliable punch across, punch down. Make Adam Skirmisher start with Nebula Special to get counters. Ability block Weaver with Adam. As soon as the charges are down, nuke the crap out of her. She dies very fast with no charges. So I have Infinity Watch on defense, so I've not been able to test this myself, but that seems like a reasonable strategy. Also, I don't know if you guys have been following this, but I have been following this. Scopely, take a look at what's happening with the Magic the Gathering Hasbro Wizbos right now, and please learn from it. I'm going to read this. They've completely oversaturated the market with their cards, with their endless, transparent, blatant cash grabs to the point where no one can keep up with the releases. And the impact is very visible. As a result, the player base and even Hasbro stock have taken a massive hit. This is what happens when you forget that your customers are people with passion, joy, and a sense of community, not just simply walking wallets. Feels like we're close to something similar happening here. And then here's a screenshot of the number of releases. And this is actually true. And I put this in yesterday's video where we're at an all-time high of character releases. I think we're the rolling 12 months. We're somewhere in the 38, 37, where oftentimes in the past it was only 31. You could see the number of sets of Magic the Gathering over the last 30 years and how in 2022 they completely saturated. And they also did something the other day. They had something called the Magic the Gathering 30th anniversary celebration, which was basically they were selling proxies of cards that they promised that they weren't going to reprint, and they were selling this. Get this: 4 booster packs, a total of 60 proxies for $1,000 plus tax, $1,100 for 60 proxies. And most of the community just perceived it as tone deaf cash grab. And what does that have to do with a 30-year celebration pricing? You know, it's kind of like, you know, any of these holiday events we have that are just blatant cash grabs that we have here in Marvel Strike Force. What does it have to do with Christmas and Thanksgiving if they're just, you know, where's the goodwill in the event when it's just a blatant cash grab? Anyways, the only thing I can say is that Wizards of the Coast, Magic the Gathering, Hasbro is having this similar issue that I believe that we're having here in Marvel Strike Force. And this just like, you just acknowledge that, you know, we make the game fun, that we're the people here. And when we complain, it's because we're passionate. Customers are people with passion, joy, and sense of community, not just simply walking wallets. I feel like they take it too far. Also, is this game consistently showing buff charges that aren't there for other people? For example, taunt, when taunt isn't being applied. Spider Weaver's charges, that's the one that's been plaguing me lately, are gone when they're actually there. Completely screws up everything when it comes to war and Crucible. Oh, hey, Spider Weaver is out of charges. Time to use Icarus Alt. Nope. They're actually invisible charge there. Now you've lost Crucible. I have sent them footage about this, and someone just sent me some footage, and I will send it to them also. So this is just a problem. Notice multiple times people have taunt and still able to click on someone else. People show they have taunt when they also have stealth. Many times I've been able to attack people who have stealth as well. It's very frustrating. Leads to Crucible losses, war losses, arena losses. You shouldn't actually lose because you played it right. Absolutely 100%. All right. Web store. Basically, there are 3 free items in the web store, and they've got 50 power cores. Now, when you click free, there is a $5 offer for 400 and something. I think it's 450. I can't really remember. 450 power cores for $5. That's actually a better value than the normal price of web cores, and this does count towards the event. Then we're getting the 5 free Mr. Negative shards per day. So that basically Mr. Negative is basically the Wolverine of the web store. And then there's a garbage offer that pops up afterwards. I believe it's $5 for 10 Mr. Negative shards, and then you have the normal. So if you're not checking in the web store every day, you're missing out on these 3 free whatever the bonus items in general. Now we've got some offer reviews. This is garbage. Oh my god, this is absolutely terrible. 500,000 gold for $10 is not a good deal. I think what they're trying to do is get people to buy this for the turkeys, and this is for the auction, if you will, of the blue ISO 5 in the leaderboards. I just think this is absolutely garbage and not worth purchasing, unless that's all you're wanting to do is to get the blue ISO 5 and you're willing to play the game and spend, I don't know, thousands of dollars for it. Not my thing. Also garbage. 1.2 million gold for $20. I think it's trash. Then we have an offer right here for $15, which has 5 members of the Sinister Six. And I want to draw your attention to msf.gg/legendary. Sinister 6 is the unlock requirement for Invisible Woman. And then also Jubilee, Spider-Verse is the unlock requirement. So they overlaps for Shuri. So this offer right here will actually help you move towards getting 2 legendary characters, Invisible Woman and Shuri. And Shuri's very important right now. So all of the legendary characters are there. I wish there was something like this, like a hero's journey guide of some kind like this in game. No, we didn't have to go to msf.gg to access. Also, if you're using marvelstrikeforce.com to go to the stores and the milestones, it's a lot slower than msf.gg. When you go to msf.gg, the store loads very quickly. And so I would recommend using MSFGG and then accessing the store and the milestone tab from there. Let's move on. With Spider Weaver, 30 and 30 of 2 characters I very much like. I very much like Spider Weaver and Spider-Man 2099 for $15. Spider-Man Noir, I don't really care about. I don't think he's that great, but if you're looking for those character shards, there you go. It's kind of pricey. This is a very mediocre offer. It does have gold and training materials, but not really an exceptional amount. But if you need both and you want to participate in the Turkey event, there you go, $15. I'm just very lukewarm on this offer. This is a Kraken snack, 3 Elite Sixes for $100. Typically, anchor pricing on Elite Sixes is $75. So they're selling these for $33. I'm still not that interested in that myself. Excellent deal right here if you're looking for Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer 50 character shards for $5. I think that's fantastic. I don't use him every day, but I do use him quite a bit in War and in Cosmic Crucible as an excellent plug-and-play character. I used him today in Cosmic Crucible, and I was quite happy with him. Then we also have Nico. She is currently unavailable. She's not farmable anywhere. You get 50 character shards for $5. So if you're looking to upgrade your A-Force team, that is a good value. The thing about A-Force to me is just a function of Doom. And basically you put A-Force with Doom and they counter Young Avengers. But I don't know how powerful they need to be or how good they are on their own without Doom. It's just a function of Doom, and they facilitate some cool shenanigans with Doom. But again, this character is not available currently. And when I see this happen, it kind of makes me think that maybe she will be one of the next characters, hopefully, to be made available somehow, fountainable, farmable in game. Next, we have Iron Maiden Valkyrie. This is okay. This is not great, but again, she's also not a farmable but hero as Guardians. We got 50 character shards for $10. And then we've got Heroes for Hire Misty Knight. She's pretty easy to get, so I don't know how important this is, but if this saves you time, I guess I understand it. 50 character shards for $5. And then we also have Colleen. And then one of my favorite characters in the game, Shang-Chi. 50 character shards for $5. I very much like that. If it saves you time, same feeling there with Deathpool. Next, we've got Morbius. He is a Blitz orb only character, not that important. War offense goes up pretty much one of the counters to Heroes for Hire for 50 character shards for $5. I generally like the 50 character shards for $5 offers. Same thing with Silver Samurai. He's used on War offense with Weapon X. Weapon X is not as... There's a lot of other good War offense teams. Weapon X is still quite good, but this would not be a focus for me anymore at this time. Then we've got the Legacy 2 orb offer, and I try to bring this offer up whenever I see it. It's $5, and the reason why I like this offer is because it has purple T3s. If you're looking for purple T3s, this offer would give you a random amount, somewhere between 350 and 400. You also get a small amount of purple gear and gold. And then there's also character shards from year 2 of the game. So if you're looking for purple T3s, that's one of the better ways to purchase them. And then lastly, there's an offer that wasn't showing up in game, but it was showing up on the web store. And it's for the Cyber Monday deal. I talked about this yesterday, but we've got 50, 50, 50 of 3 unfarmable Bionic Avengers, which I use every day inside of the Doom Raid. And they also are going to be used in the Death Archangel Horseman Scourge, which is going to be next patch they're going to be on nodes 5 and 10. So there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.
talk to you so I can be close to you. It's really simple if you look at it that way.